He's got some room up the middle, and Sergio Garcia could take this one all the way. 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown!
Anderson drives for the layup, and he's good!
Taylor Jackson for 3. Bang! Taylor Jackson from downtown! Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome here to the second game of this doubleheader here at Lake Central High School. Once again, Lake Central facing off against Valparaiso. This time, the boys basketball team comes to play here tonight. And Josh, it's been over a month since the boys basketball team last played here. December 13th was the last time this team had a home game, so I'm sure they've been itching to get back here, and so have we.
Yeah, it's been a month and 11 days to be exact. You know, obviously winter break and the holidays kind of screwed up the schedule a bit. Lots of tournaments, but we saw this boys team over their away stretch, and they were a pretty streaky team. You know, they lost a couple straight, had, you know, hopes down, and then right now they've ripped off 3 straight wins. So
yeah,
obviously looking to continue that here tonight.
Yeah, 3 straight wins on the road, and really to me it doesn't matter who you're playing. Any win on the road is a tough win to get, and they just finished on Tuesday night getting a tough win, a comeback over Lowell. Nick Anderson dropped 39 points. I mean, what else can you say? This kid is unbelievable. He rarely ever misses an open shot. And really, I think the biggest thing is Lake Central's got to find some guys on this team, you know, to help support him. You know, Nate Oakley has really stepped up over the break. Herzozowski's hurt. We don't know his status. I think he's out for just a few more weeks, so we'll be seeing him soon. But Nate Oakley is someone who's really started to chip in. He's someone who takes a lot of pride in defense and rebounding, but we've seen him now starting to get some important points for this Lake Central team.
Yeah, it seems like, you know, with Nate Oakley stepping up, it seems like every game he's got 1 or 2 dunks. And, you know, they aren't, you know, fully there yet, but you can see the potential in him, and obviously looking forward to seeing what he could do today.
Yes, absolutely, and that's going to be it for now. We'll be back after this short commercial break presented by our wonderful sponsor, Genesis Rehab Services.
You're beginning to feel much better. Genesis Rehab.
With today's healthcare and the run-of-the-mill treatments being offered, Genesis Rehab provides a plan that is tailored to you. We administer individualized treatment in private rooms with the one-on-one care that you need to heal. If you are living with pain or have an injury, schedule your appointment today.
We'll make you feel much better. Genesis Rehab.
What's up, Lake Central? I'm Yusuf Namari.
And I'm Marlene Estrick, and we're your social media editors.
Make sure you follow Lake Central on all of our social media platforms.
You can follow us on Snapchat, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
Catch you later, Elsie. welcome to Lake Central High School, home of Lake Central Indians basketball. Tonight we'd like to welcome our guests and fellow members of the Doodland Athletic Conference, the players, coaches, faculty, and fans of Valparaiso High School as they travel to St. John this evening to take on your Lake Central Indians. Fans, tonight's game is part of the Coaches vs. Cancer program, a program created to help raise awareness for the fight against cancer. For over 25 years, the program, in collaboration with the National Association of Basketball Coaches, has united coaches and fans nationwide to help the American Cancer Society defeat a common enemy, cancer. With your passion and dedicated support, the impact has been felt in communities nationwide. The program leverages the personal experiences, community leadership, and professional excellence of basketball coaches nationwide to increase cancer awareness and promote healthy living through year-round awareness efforts, fundraising activities, and advocacy programs. This evening, the girls and boys basketball teams will be collecting donations to help with the fight against cancer. Please consider a donation if possible. Your generosity is appreciated. At this time, would all the brave individuals who are currently fighting or have fought cancer please stand up for a moment of recognition. Thank you. Your courage, toughness, and strength is inspiring. The officials for tonight's contest are Larry Samano, Dave Uran, and Greg Felkowski. And now let's meet the starting lineups for tonight's game. First for the visiting Valparaiso Vikings. At guard, a 6'3" senior, number 22, Brandon Mack. Guard, a 6'2" junior, number 2, Colton Jones. At guard, at forward, a 6'5" senior, number 23, C.J. Opperman. At guard, a 5'11" sophomore, number 4, Brees Walls. And at forward, a 6'6" junior, number 50, Cooper Jones. Valparaiso enters this game with a record of 9-6 and 1-1 in the DAC. The head coach of the Vikings, now in his 5th season at Valpo, is Barrett Kuhlman. He's assisted by Bob Bartold, Bob Punter, Scott Spoljaric, and Ben Liskey. Starting lineup for your Lake Central Indians. At guard, a 6' junior, number 30, Mark Maluznik. At forward, a 6'4" junior, number 44, Nate Oakley. At center, a 6'6" senior, number 43, Ami Contra. At forward, a 6'4" senior, number 40, Kyle Blum. And at guard, a 6'2" senior, number 0, Nick Anderson. The Indians enter this game with a record of 9-5 and 1-1 in the DAC. Head coach of the Indians now in season number 16 is Dave Malaznik. He's assisted by Andy Gernack and Tim Moran.
All right, folks, here we go. Second game of this doubleheader, Lake Central against Valparaiso. Are you ready for this one, Josh? Here we go.
I don't know about you, Giovanni, but seeing how this fan section's reacting right now, I don't think I could be any more ready right now.
I'm so ready for this. Ami Contra and number 50, Cooper Jones, the junior, at the center for this tip-off. Cooper Jones, 6'6", Ami Contra, 6'6".
It's been a long time coming for us, Giovanni, but boy, oh boy, does it feel good to be back here with the boys.
Tip-off is won by Valpo. Anderson almost got to that one. As once again, this is the second game of a doubleheader. The girls basketball team just finished picking up a win against Valpo. A steal right away for Lake Central. And Lake Central coming off a 3-game winning streak on the road. Wins against Portage, Lowell, and Highland. Very impressive stretch from this team. It's Kyle Blum up top. Gets it to Mark Malusnik. And I think people watching this know who to look out for in terms of scoring on this team. You know, Lake Central's got a lot of guys who can shoot the three, but none other than Nick Anderson is the one that we're going to be talking about probably most tonight.
Nick Anderson just coming off that 39-point night, like you said, as Malusnik racing for the ball, able to get it.
Malusnik just able to get to that one. That one was poked away by number 4, Brees Walls. Here we go, Anderson. Looked like there was some contact. No foul called. Here we go, Blum finds Anderson, and
looks like a moving screen call there.
And I gotta say, Valpo's, you know, not the worst drive, but impressive showing from parents and some.
Yeah, lots
fans.
of students. They wanted to come to the Nicky A show. That's what it is.
Nick Anderson sells tickets. Here we go. It's Brees Walls to Colton Jones. Back to Walls. Jones guarded by Anderson. We're going to see, and CJ Opperman just had, if that sounds familiar to you, corner 3, that one no good. Opperman almost got the board, and that's going to go back to Lake Central. And if CJ Opperman's a familiar name, some of your region football fans may recognize the senior quarterback from Valparaiso team that went to state this year.
Yeah, state runners up in Class 5A. I mentioned it earlier on, but Valpo definitely having a great year for their athletic programs. As, you know, not every year you could say you make it down to state. And Blum pulls the 3 off the mark. Scoreless here through 2 minutes. And it's going to be Lake Central ball after the travel call.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people may or may not have written off this Valpo team. Last year, they lost Brandon Newman, who's at Purdue now. Obviously, losing your leading scorer is tough for any team, but Brandon Newman, I saw him play here 2 years ago. Wow, he may have been the best high school player I've seen play live. That's how highly I thought of him when he played here 2 years ago. And last year, I know he torched Lake Central when they played at Valpo. Here we go, Malusnik. Trying to find Oakley inside, and if you haven't been keeping up with Lake Central basketball, here goes Oakley, and it goes in! Nate Oakley, the junior, number 44, gets that one in, and then once again, if you haven't been keeping up with Lake Central basketball, Hunter Zazowski hurt his foot during the second Munster game, and he's out. Not quite sure how much longer he's going to be out. I do not see him with the boot anymore, so that's a good sign. Opperman puts up a 2, no good on that one, and Blum falls to the ground there. A travel called.
Wow. And let's see, someone lost something. I think that might have been something from the ref. Maybe his whistle? No?
Colton Jones, the number 2 for Valpo, gave that to him, and the inbound goes. Here we go, Jones puts someone up.
Nick Anderson blocks it.
Lake Central trying to get something going on the fast break. Anderson puts up a mid-range 2. That one is blocked. And that one stays with Lake Central. Looks like it went out on number 4, Brees Walls, the sophomore.
Lake Central, you know, when Nick Anderson's in the game, when he's doing good, you just feel a whole nother atmosphere in this gym, Giovanni.
And it's been a while since we've seen that. This is this team's first home game in a month and 11 days. Here we go, and a foul.
That was number 23, CJ Opperman. Valpo definitely giving it to Nick Anderson early.
Here we go, Blum inbound again. Gets it out to Malusnik. There's a right at half court. Malusnik now trying to drive inside. Mid-range 2, that one no good. And the board by Opperman. Foul on Kyle Blum.
Yeah, Blum looked like he was trying to get revenge for that call against him. Or they called it the travel.
Yeah, one thing you can't do is get into foul trouble. I watched the Laporte game live on the Laporte Slicer Network, and Blum fouled out in that game. And if you're Coach Milancic, you don't want one of your best players fouling out. or getting into foul trouble early.
Yeah, luckily that was only his first of the night.
Here we go, it's Walls, guarded by Malusnik.
Valpo trying to find something. And foul called on Valpo now. Teams are getting a little chippy out there already.
Hey, it's a conference game. You expect this.
Yeah.
You know, no matter whether
DAC night, formal eve, you know. Valpo's trying to come in, ruin the fun.
Yeah.
But let me just say, so far on the day of or eve of school dance, we have not lost yet this season. Granted, we've only had 2 games, and the one was about 30 minutes before this, but hey, it's something.
Malusnik mid-range 2, no good. And Malusnik goes for the board there. It ends up in the hands of Kyle Blum. Has it up top now, back to Malusnik.
And look at Oakley in the paint. They're just bullying number 50, Cooper Jones. Excuse me.
Here we go, he finds Katra. Katra puts one up, no good. Cooper Jones gets the board. Luka Balish, the senior, taking it up, guarded by Malusnik. He drives inside and he finds Jones, and a foul called on Nate Oakley.
Really scoreless game so far. 3:29 left in the first, and it's only 2-0. You know, it's a great defensive battle, though, between both these teams, Giovanni.
Absolutely.
Yes. Cooper Jones heads to the line now.
No easy free throws, especially right in front of the student section.
And Jaden Clayton checking in for Nate Oakley.
And one thing I can tell right away, points are going to be hard to come by in this game. Jones' second one is up, and it is good. He gets the lucky bounce there.
And something about, you know, these Valpo kids, Giovanni, you see their football team, look at their basketball team, just the pure size. They are feeding them something different out there in Valparaiso.
Yeah, you went to a football game earlier this year.
Yeah, those kids are all massive, to say the least. And Anderson gets blocked by number 22, Brandon Mack. And Cooper Jones loses it, and Clayton comes up with it. Foul is called.
I gotta say, so far I've been very impressed with Lake Central's defense so far. I mean, Valpo's obviously has stout defensive performance as well, but you know, from our perspective, Lake Central is playing very well on defense right now.
Yeah, and you know, both teams out there, like we said, getting chippy. It's a conference game. It's going to be a hard-fought battle no matter what. And I'm looking forward to it, to say the least, Giovanni.
Yeah, and Lake Central, they're 1-1 in the conference right now. Their first conference game they lost against LaPorte. Anderson puts one up. No good right there.
Katra.
Here we go, it's Blum. Top of the key, that one is good. Kyle Blum with the 3 ball. Lake Central takes the lead. And in this first quarter, points have been hard to come by, so that's huge right there for LC.
Yeah, that was absolutely massive there. You could hear this entire gym get into it. And now Valpo trying to slow it down.
And Mason Schmidt.
Getting met with a lot of boos from the Lake Central fan section as Clayton grabs the board.
And right there, Valpo had a chance for an easy basket and could not convert right there.
Katra from 3, nails it! Back-to-back threes.
Here we go, Lake Central now up 8-2.
In the blink of an eye, Giovanni.
He drives inside, and that one no good.
No foul called. That was number 14, Luke Balash.
Yeah, he thought that he was fouled there. A lot of contact. Here we go, Katra. Blum, corner three. That one is good. Kyle Blum.
He's
Central. 9-0 run.
He's on fire, Giovanni.
1 minute to go here in the first. Lake Central up by 9.
Let the student section tell the story of this.
Mason Schmidt getting met with boos every time he touches the ball. Here we go, Jones for 3. That one is good. Colton Jones. And Valpo finally responds. Trying to cut down this early deficit they've created. Now 11-5. Here we go, it's Jaden Clayton. Trying to find something. He finds Blum. 15 seconds to go here in the first. Katra.
And Nick Anderson trying to shake his man. Number 2, Colton Jones.
Here we go, Anderson.
Pulls up. Off the mark, airballs it.
And with 4.5 seconds left, let's see what Valpo has up their sleeve.
There's Valpo's fan section. Going to have a little fun of their own. And number 22, Brandon Mack checking in for number 14, Luke Balash. And number 4, Brees Walls checking out for Mason Schmidt. And Schmidt was met with some boos as he left even.
Brees Walls.
And Blum tips it. 0.5 seconds left on the clock.
So that is enough, I believe, to get something off here.
You could get a tip play. It's going to be very hard, but you could get it.
See what Valpo does here.
And they put one up. No good.
And after 1 quarter of play, we will take our first commercial break. Lake Central 11, Valpo 5.
You're beginning to feel much better. Genesis Rehab.
With today's healthcare and the run-of-the-mill treatments being offered, Genesis Rehab provides a plan that is tailored to you. We administer individualized treatment in private rooms with the one-on-one care that you need to heal. If you are living with pain or have an injury, schedule your appointment today.
We'll make you feel much better. Genesis Rehab.
What's up, Lake Central? I'm Yusuf Namari.
And I'm Riley Nestrick, and we're your social media editors.
Make sure you follow Lake Central on all of our social media platforms.
You can follow us on Snapchat, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
Catch you later, Elsie.
And welcome back here to Lake Central High School. After 1 quarter, Lake Central 11, Valpo 5. That 11-5 lead is in large part to the run Lake Central had in this first quarter. Took a little while to get things going, but they went on a 9-0 run, and that all started from 3-point range. Kyle Blum, Ami Katra.
Yeah, what more can be said, Giovanni? When this team gets hot, they get hot. And Lake Central obviously hoping to bring some of that momentum into the second quarter. Got off to a very slow start for both teams in the first quarter, but able to pick it up towards the end there. And
They
no
wave it off.
shot. And Brees Walls inbounds it to Colton Jones. And Walls guarded by Jerry Edwards at the perimeter. Trying to find something. Walls puts it up and gets it.
Great play right there by Valpo as here we go, Jerry Edwards takes it up. And I'm not sure, and foul called on Valpo. And here's what I've noticed. Valpo is throwing everything they have at Nick Anderson.
Yes, that's a strategy I feel like we've seen more and more throughout the season. But some nights, you know, just like a lighter, he could spark it up.
Yeah, and you saw it, and if you keep track of Lake Central basketball, you saw against Law, I mean, he was just lighting them up from 3, and when he's going I don't think there's a lot of teams that can beat Lake Central if Nick Anderson's going, and that one.
And a travel called.
Not a lot of calls going his way so far, however.
Yeah, quite the opposite tone to the girls' game, as Lake Central has 4 fouls. Valpo has 5, already getting into some foul troubles already.
Here we go. It's Brees Walls guarded by Anderson. He finds Colton Jones. Takes a 3. Jones trying to go inside. Finds Walls. Valpo just moving the ball around the perimeter.
Valpo trying to find something, and they find it there. Colton Jones from 3.
And it looks like Coach Malaznik was getting in Jaden Clayton's ear about that one. Here we go, Jerry Edwards finds Katra. Here we go, Clayton trying to drive inside, and play kept going, but the ref called a foul on the baseline.
It's what they always preach, Giovanni, play after the whistle.
I think the term is play until the whistle. I don't know, I might be wrong. Here we go, Anderson. That one is going to stay with Lake Central.
And Colton Jones giving Anderson some trouble here. He's been shadowing him all night.
Yeah, they're not going to let him have anything easy. Edwards gets it to Blum.
Blum trying to work the outside there, driving in. Lost it, no foul called. As Walls now trying to find anything.
Drives inside Jones, and a block.
Nick Anderson, if he's not going to be able to do it on offense, he'll get you on defense. And now Cooper Jones subs in for Mason Jones.
That's the one thing about his game that has grown tremendously over his time here at Lake Central. His defensive presence.
I think that's already 2 blocked shots for Nick Anderson today.
He's got to get it in,
And he doesn't.
Great job right there by Lake Central.
And the fan section was in his ear that whole time.
Yeah, I would not want to be the person inbounding the ball right in front of this fan section.
I don't want to be a person inbounding the ball in front of the fan section, shooting free throws in front of the fan section, being the ref in front of the fan section. You name it. If you're not on LC's side and you're in front of that fan section, they're not going to be too nice to you.
It's a great tradition we have here at Lake Central. That's for sure. As if you look to the left side of your screen, everyone wearing pink. It is Coaches versus Cancer Night here at Lake Central. Great cause. Donating. I believe at the gate they have buckets for people to donate money, and it's an absolutely great cause.
Yeah, I know at halftime during that girls game too, Giovanni, they sent the cheerleaders out with those buckets, and we're passing out suckers, looking for donations. Always great to see.
And the 5 coming out of this timeout is going to be Blum, Jaden Clayton getting a lot of minutes tonight. Mark Malusnik, Ami Katra, and Anderson. Anderson looked like he might have been open there, but they inbounded to Mark Malusnik. And again, Anderson has been tightly guarded by Colton Jones all night, not letting him get anything easy here. And looked like he had Blum inside, but Brees Walls gets that one out.
Brees Walls flew in out of nowhere. I feel like I blinked and I missed him.
Yeah, it looked like Blum was going to have an easy layup, but he was just right there to get that one.
And Malusnik now. It's it to Katra. Blum for 3. Hits it! 3 for 3.
That's 9 points now for the senior, number 40, Kyle Blum.
Kyle Blum stepping up huge here.
Brees Walls trying to drive on Malusnik. Puts up a floater, no good. Malusnik gets the board. Here we go, Lake Central up 14-10. And Blum, he's been on fire so far from three-point range. Wouldn't be surprised if they try and get to him again. Katra finds Blum. Blum drives inside, puts it up. No good. Looked like he was trying to draw some contact, and the few times he's driven inside tonight, they have not given him anything. Here we go, it's Jones going inside, puts one up over Blum, and that one's good.
Colton Jones now being the receiver of the booze. As look at Colton Jones guarding Nick Anderson, not taking his eyes off of him. And they say basketball is a mental game, Giovanni. I know we love talking about this, but you got to think Colton Jones is trying to get into Nick Anderson's head. But also, on the other hand, look at Brees Walls. When he's coming up the court, he kind of has just a look of fear in his eyes because he keeps looking back at this LC fan section.
This is definitely an intimidating
You
atmosphere.
might think I'm crazy, Giovanni, but watch him. Watch him next time.
I'll keep an eye out for it. Here we go, it's Blum, Katra. Clayton trying to drive inside. Looked like he might have had a lane to shoot there, but couldn't find him. Blum blocked, and the rebound goes to Cooper Jones.
That was Brandon Mack on the block.
Brees Walls now guarded by Malusnik. 3:12 to go here in this first half. It's been an interesting first half so far. Here we go. And that one is good.
And one opportunity coming up for the Vikings.
Grant Comstock right there, the junior, standing at 6'6", puts that one in. Chance to give Valpo the lead now.
This will be their school's first lead of the night. The girls never trailed.
Huh. That is true. I was here for that game. Wasn't on the call for it, but yeah. It was a close finish, but Lake Central came out on top, and no, they will not take the lead. We will remain tied. Here we go, he finds Clayton. Clayton trying to drive inside, puts one up. That one, no good. Cooper Jones with the board.
Tommy Kavanaugh handling the ball here for Valpo.
And I gotta say, Ami Katra has a very tough matchup in Cooper Jones. Junior standing at 6'6". It's Mack 4-3. That one is short, and Blum will get the rebound. 2:10 to go here in the second quarter. All tied up at 14. And Malusnik almost lost that one. Fight on the ground for it, and
it's going to go to LC. Timeout was called.
Timeout taken by Coach Malosnik.
Very smart heads-up play there by Malosnik. And both teams taking the time to talk it over here. Trying to find something. It's a chippy defensive battle. And obviously, the Lake Central Indians do not want to let the crowd down here on formal night.
Jaden Clayton will inbound it. Malusnik now. Anderson still guarded by Colton Jones.
Colton Jones has, I don't think Colton Jones or Nick Anderson have checked out this game.
Forget that, I don't think, at least when Elsie's on offense, Anderson puts one up, no good. And Look like it's going to...
Ball, LC ball. Great play there by Jaden Clayton.
As Anderson's going to inbound this one, and it's Clayton now. Finds Anderson. Anderson looking inside, and that one no good. I gotta say, Colton Jones has done a great job guarding Nick Anderson. Here we go, it's Cooper Jones going inside on Blum, and a travel called!
And Cooper Jones he's not happy right now. Looks like he's boiling over inside as looks like his whole body's turning red.
I would have to look back at that one to see if that was a travel. Ref had a better view of it than us. There goes Clayton. Katra, we've seen him shoot some threes tonight. It's Malusnik. Blum fakes a three. Blum puts up a three. That one is good. Kyle Blum once again.
12 points for Blum. 4 for 4 from 3. What a game already for Blum. Wow.
Here goes Mason Jones, mid-range. That one is good. 17-6 now. And we're 30 seconds to play now here in this second quarter.
Lake Central trying to take the lead into half. And Anderson versus Jones. Now it's Blum. This is it to Katra.
10 seconds now. Katra.
Lake Central holding on to it for the last shot. Malusnik.
See who they give it to.
Ball. Watch out for Blum. You got to put it off. No.
Not sure if that would have counted even if it went in.
Yeah, refs waved it off.
And right here, we're going to do something a little bit different for this halftime. We're going to show this week's Tribe TV. We'll be back after that. After one half, it's Lake Central 17, Valpo 16.
Hey LC, welcome back to your 16th installment of Tribe TV. I'm Alex Leamy.
And I'm Adriana Klein.
First, let's take a look at the regional winning show that our theater students are taking to state this weekend.
And in first place, Lake Central.
So our contest show is called Women in War, and basically it's a collection of fictional stories based on fact of all different kinds of war periods and people in wars over time, with anywhere from World War II to the Korean War. It's just everyone telling their stories about all the hardships of war. And then when you expect to see the show, there's going to be a lot of sad moments. It just kind of hits you hard when it's like all of these hardships about war, and like you get to learn about all these wars and what people went through. So I'm student directing the show with one other person, and basically as student directors, we help the director with whatever he needs us to do. We are basically the understudies as well, so we have to memorize all of the rules for the show, and whenever someone isn't there, we fill in for them. I'm really excited about state. It's going to be my first time, and it's just going to be so much fun, and I'm really hoping we do well.
Break a leg at state, guys.
Next, let's take a look at a computer science class here at LC.
Computer science is everywhere now.
It has definitely been very difficult. Well, during the first month, I basically had no idea what I was doing.
Any job that you have, any place that you go, you encounter computers and a changing technology in the world. So computer science is an essential part of life now. Yes, when I first started teaching here, I just taught a few computer science courses, probably 3 when I first started teaching.
It's been pretty difficult because I don't really always know what's going on. I usually have to spend more time after school, which I'm usually available to do. It's just I have to put more work into it.
Gradually started adding more computer science courses to the curriculum, and now there's 2 teachers. I taught part-time computer science, and now I myself teach full-time just computer science, and Mr. Iwima also teaches some computer science class. As of 2021, it is going to be required to be taught in every school in the United States, but I believe that every high school student at some point in the future will be required to take a computer science class.
I can't even compute how interesting that segment was.
Next, let's take it over to Josh and Giovanni for our weekly sports update.
What's up, LC? I'm Josh Burnett.
I'm Jemai Alcantar.
Welcome back to this week's sports update.
The gymnastics team won at Lowell on Tuesday night. Their next meet will be next Tuesday at Valparaiso High School. Good luck to the gymnastics team.
Both our boys and girls swimming and diving teams competed against Crown Point this Tuesday, both beating Crown Point. The girls placed second in the DAC championships. Congrats to the girls. Unfortunately, our hockey team lost 2-0 against Culver this past week, but they will take on Bishop Knoll this Sunday at Midwest. Make sure to go out and support the Tribe.
A big congratulations to the Varsity Centralettes on having a clean sweep at the Munster Invite this weekend. Great job, girls, and let's check out a video about this year's Centralettes.
So far this season, we've been doing pretty good. We've had 3 competitions and we've been pretty successful at all of them.
This year we're competing 11 dances at competitions, and we usually do 4 every year. So there's a lot more pressure and we have to work a lot harder in practices now. My favorite dance this year is probably our jazz dance, because it's what we're trained the most in, and it's really different from everything we've done in the past years.
This season we have to be right on our A game because the teams in Indiana are really stepping it up this year. They're trying to come close to us, but we're going to try to not let that happen.
I would definitely say it's a lot more nerve-wracking, and it's been making us work harder lately with like Indiana teams coming in like closer spots with us and scores. So I think it's a good thing that everyone's like growing.
We're going to continue to work really hard. We practice every day during the week. Sometimes our choreographers will come out and fix things up. I'm feeling confident. I feel like this year our team's a lot stronger than we have been in the past years, so I'm excited.
This week's Athlete of the Week, as presented to you by Sweet Frog, is freshman wrestler Devin Moore, who wrestled her way to second at state. Congratulations, Devin.
The boys basketball team picked up a huge win on Tuesday night at Lowell High School. They won 63-62 in overtime and were led by Nick Anderson, who had 39 points, and by Nate Oakley, who had 11 points. The Indians picked up their 3rd straight road win and improved to 9-5 on the season. On Friday night, the boys and girls basketball teams will play. The girls will play at 6 o'clock and the boys game will follow. Be sure to come out and support the Tribe. If you can't make it, the game will be live streamed right here on our YouTube channel.
That's going to be it for this week, LC. I'm Josh Burnett.
And I'm Jemai Alcantar.
See you next time.
Keep up the good work, guys.
This past Monday was Martin Luther King Jr. Day. Let's check out some of our very own students who have something to say about this great man's legacy.
I have a dream that one day on the red hills of Georgia, sons of former slaves and the sons of former slave owners will they be able to sit down together at the table of brotherhood. I have a dream.
I have a dream. 4 words by the Reverend King that impacted millions of lives. Martin Luther King Jr. Day happens every year on the 3rd Monday of January, but the day off isn't just that. We caught up with some LC students to see what the day really means to them.
Something that we probably wouldn't have was probably like equal rights and not be in the school that we are in today.
Something I think I probably wouldn't have if it wasn't for Martin Luther King would probably be. Think about like segregated schools, like schools wouldn't be together like that, races wouldn't be together like that. Martin Luther King was a big part of that.
To me, Martin Luther King Day, as like an African American, it means that I have the same rights as others, and that it also means that the sacrifices that people that came before me made so that I could be at Lake Central, that I could have the same opportunity, the same rights afforded to me as everyone else. Breaking down, like, for example, the walls of segregation and all the abuse that people of color have suffered in the past. Like, Martin Luther King Day just means to me that I am equal.
So that me and you can walk the same streets, so that we can talk to each other without there being hatred.
The same water fountain.
Exactly.
You know? It just means freedom in general to me.
That was very inspiring.
Lastly, we'll hop back in with Bree and Josh with the Region Gem.
What's up, LC? I'm Josh Burnett.
And I'm Bree Cosina.
And welcome back to another Region Gems. Today we're going to head over to Albany's Candy Factory in Maryville.
Let's check it out. For over 30 years, Albany's has been making the world's best gummies and candies right here in the United States. Albany's Candy Factory is located off of US 30 in Maryville. They are open Monday through Saturday from 9 a.m. to 8 p.m. and Sunday from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. They have a variety of different candies such as Goof Up Gummies for a good deal, and they also sell gifts and souvenirs. Make sure to check it out.
That was pretty sweet. Now let's take a look at how some students at LC are being sweet to one another.
Hi Lake Central, this is Ms. Klein again from Guidance. I'm here today to explain our Great Kindness Challenge. So next week, January 27th through the 31st, we're going to have a school-wide kindness challenge called the Great Kindness Challenge. So all of your teachers are going to have raffles that look like this. So throughout the week, if you display an act of kindness, they are going to fill out the sheet, put their name, they're going to sign it, and then the date. And then it's up to you, students, to submit this to the guidance office by 1:30 each day to be eligible for our raffle. So we're going to have lots of fun prizes, loopy cases, some food, some parking spots, things like that, gifts that you can spread the kindness around. So again, next week, January 27th through the 31st, we're going to have our Great Kindness Challenge here at Lake Central. So the more acts of kindness that you give throughout the day, the better chances you have of winning a fun prize. If you have any questions, feel free to come see me in Guidance. You will submit your raffle ticket or your raffle every day in the guidance office up in the front by our secretaries. You'll see that there's a basket up there to submit your kindness. I hope you enjoy it. Please be kind and choose kindness. And the countdown to kindness continues. Thank you.
Don't forget to bring your IDs tomorrow to formal LC.
Well, that's it for today, LC. I'm Alex Laney.
And I'm Adriana Klein. Thanks for watching, and make sure to tune in next week.
And welcome back here for coverage of the second half between Lake Central and Valparaiso. We hope you enjoyed this week's episode of Tribe TV. This is something we want to start doing, at least for the Friday games, showing Tribe TV at halftime, give the fans a little something to watch at halftime besides a graphic. As we come out for this second half, once again, this is the second game of the doubleheader tonight. Here we go.
Jones pulls up from three and no good. Trying to do his best Kyle Blum impression tonight.
Not a bad guy to follow, especially on a night like tonight. And again, this is the second game of the doubleheader between Lake Central and Valparaiso, both girls and boys basketball. Here we go, Malusnik. No good.
Just barely off the mark. And out of bounds off of Ami Katra. It's going to be number 4, Brees Walls, bringing it up the court. And Giovanni, this basketball team, there's a lot of multi-sport athletes. Lots of football players. Mason Schmidt, CJ Opperman, Cooper Jones, just to name a few.
Yeah, and that's all we know about.
Yeah.
There's probably more. I mean, Lake Central's got a few themselves. They got Jerry Edwards, plays baseball. Ethan Knopp was a freshman last year, started on the varsity team. Kyle Blum plays baseball. Zazoski, who's hurt right now, plays baseball. I digress, but Lake Central's got some multi-sport athletes as well.
Yeah, lots of baseball guys.
Yeah, and even on the JV team, you see Trey Adams, who was one of the best players on the soccer team that went to state.
And 17 all here.
Here you go, Clayton puts up a mid-range 2, no good. Blum gets the board. He got that one. And Lake Central 19, Valpo 17 now.
Blum is putting the weight of this team on his shoulders tonight, as he's definitely got the majority of the points. I believe Blum is up to 14 points out of 19.
Layton gets the board there. We go Malusnik. Lake Central 2-point lead. Malusnik trying to drive inside and
waved off.
Lake Central keeps possession. And if I'm not mistaken, Valpo has held Nick Anderson scoreless throughout this entire game. And you can tell, Valpo is frustrating Nick Anderson. He's taking shots that I think he normally wouldn't be taking, but they're frustrating him.
He wants to get something going, but he can't. And Cooper Jones gets called for a foul. And he's getting red again.
That's always one of my favorite chants.
And he's chatting it up with Ami Katra down there. Probably he's got some choice words.
Things that can only be said on a basketball court. Nick Anderson, that one is good. Nick Anderson finally on the board. And Josh, you and I both know it only takes one shot for him to get hot.
I like that. Ever think about, saying that over like a beat or something? You could be a rapper with that.
Here we go, three-pointer. That one is good. Number 22, Brandon Mack, the senior, responds.
Brandon Mack with the form like Miss Deming from our student staff basketball game.
If you want to go back and watch that, it's on our YouTube channel.
But I guess they both got a shooter's touch and, are able to get it to drop.
Blum inside. That one is good. Hey, I'd rather see a jump shot like that goes in than one that has perfect form and doesn't even hit the rim.
As long as it goes in, you're good. And one opportunity for Valpo now as they take their first lead of the night. Cooper Jones is going to head to the line.
.456 to go here in the third. And this is Valpo girls and boys basketball first lead of the night.
Cooper Jones, he's feeling the pressure. And he hits it. Until he felt that pressure though, as he's hot, he's red.
Here we go, Blum. Finds Malusnik. Malusnik now to Clayton. Finds Blum again. Anderson, Colton Jones, and Cooper Jones. We're guarding him for a sec. Malusnik drives inside, kicks out to Blum.
Looked like that took a lucky spin to Blum there.
And Malusnik, we've seen so far tonight, not afraid to drive inside. Here we go, Blum, double team, finds Clayton.
Somehow able to get that out. No shot, timeout by the Indians.
And that's Coach Malaznik's third timeout, only 2 left now. And that could be huge down the stretch of this game.
Yeah, that's 100% going to be a problem down the stretch.
And let me fix that. Valpo does not have 3 timeouts. They have all 5 still.
And our timeouts, as you can notice, are pink for Cancer Night here. Just figured we could do a little something.
And the 5 coming out of this timeout is going to be Anderson, Malusnik, Jaden Clayton, Kyle Blum, and Ami Katra. And Anderson will inbound it here.
So we've got Walls. We've got Jones and Colton and Cooper Jones. We've got Operman and Mack out there for Valpo.
And Kyle will miss Human.
His first miss of the night. Can't complain when that first miss comes after dropping 15 points.
And halfway through the third quarter.
Yeah.
4 minutes to go here in the third. Reese Walls. We go to Jones. 3-pointer up. That one no good. That one just rolls out. It's Malusnik now. Finds Clayton. Back out to Malusnik. Blum. And we know he has no fear of shooting the 3 ball. We got Malusnik going inside. Finds Clayton. Clayton puts one up. That's good. Jaden Clayton with the 2.
Tied up here, 23 all. And that was Walls nearly losing it there. Caught a lucky break, however.
And it seems like we really haven't seen a lot of Oakley tonight, or at least here in the second half so far.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think we've seen him since that first quarter.
Yeah, we haven't even, I don't think we've said his name. Jones inside, finishes that one, 25-23.
I mean, we've seen a lot of the starters here today, Giovanni. I mean, really, the only non-starter who has come in and played meaningful minutes is Jaden Clayton.
Malusnik finds Blum.
And Blum at the top of the key there, guarded by Cooper Jones.
Blum fakes a 3. Blum puts one up. That is no good. Going for the rebound. It's Jaden Clayton, and a foul called on Valpo. That's once again Cooper Jones.
Cooper Jones, I believe that's his third of the night. And the LC fan section chanting, "You are mad," at Cooper Jones. Now chanting, "See you later."
And Jones looks very frustrated on the bench.
Looks very red out there on the bench.
Blum trying to keep that in, and it'll go back to Valpo. Great save right there by teacher. Can't see his face, but great save right there.
I think that was Mr. Stripchat.
Oh, the star of the winter pep rally from this morning.
You know what Sam Long called him? Your girlfriend's favorite teacher.
Brandon Mack hits the 3. Valpo with their largest lead of the night. 5-point lead now. Just over 2 minutes to go.
And Valpo is trying the "We Can't Hear You" chant.
Not sure if you heard it. Anderson steps back. That's good!
Nick Anderson pulling the team back into it now. You can feel this place just light up there.
And now the lead back down to only 2 for Valpo. Lake Central needs to stop here in defense. He finds Opperman, and chance for an and one opportunity here. Foul called on Kyle Blum, and Valpo fans making some noise now. CJ Opperman. Here we go, Edwards at the scores table getting ready to check in. He misses that one. Jaden Clayton gets the board. Graham Weber also getting ready to check in. Number 14. Here we go, Malusnik. Finds Anderson. Anderson, step back. That one is no good.
Oh. Had this whole gym just anticipating that, Giovanni.
And there's number 22, Brandon Mack. Valpo 7-point lead.
It's getting hot now.
There we go, Blum.
And Elsie's got to find an answer here quickly.
Anderson, for the first time, they finally found a little bit of space to get away from Colton Jones.
And watch out for Colton Jones there. And substitutions are coming in. 47 seconds left on the clock here in the third quarter.
As Graham Weber will inbound this, finds Edwards in the backcourt. Edwards now. See what he does, Edwards. Finds Graham Weber. Graham Weber to Jerry Edwards. Clayton. Clayton driving inside. That one is, oh, no good.
But he was fouled on the way up. It's going to head to the line.
These are big free throws right here.
And the first one is up and good. In comes Colin Nichols now for Nick Anderson, and out goes Colton Jones, who has been shadowing Nick Anderson all game. And despite tremendous defense from Colton Jones, Nick Anderson still able to put up 5 so far tonight. And Clayton's second shot is off the mark.
Yeah, and a lot of credit to Colton Jones. I don't think there's a lot of guys who could really basically lock down Anderson like they have tonight, who, in my opinion, is one of the best players in Northwest Indiana.
Yeah, Nick Anderson, you want to talk about making a leap from, you know, almost every year of high school. He's the prime example of it.
Go.
That one goes out of bounds.
4.2 seconds to go here. Here comes Cooper Jones.
And he's met with a lot of boos from the Lake Central fan section.
Can they get it in bounds? They do. It's Jones. Deep three from the DAC logo. Air ball on that one. And after 3 quarters of play, great basketball here tonight from both the boys and girls basketball teams. After 3 quarters of play, it's Valpo 33, Lake Central 27.
You're beginning to feel much better. Genesis Rehab.
With today's healthcare and the run-of-the-mill treatments being offered, Genesis Rehab provides a plan that is tailored to you. We administer individualized treatment in private rooms with the one-on-one care that you need to heal. If you are living with pain or have an injury, schedule your appointment today.
We'll make you feel much better. Genesis Rehab.
What's up, Lake Central? I'm Yusuf Namari.
And I'm Riley Nestrick, and we're your social media editors.
Make sure you follow Lake Central on all of our social media platforms.
You can follow us on Snapchat, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
Catch you later, Elsie.
And welcome back here to Lake Central High School. We got a good finish coming up for you. Lake Central down 6 heading into this 4th quarter. Still a full quarter left. We know what this team can do.
Yeah, all it's going to take is just for them to get a little spark, and in comes Nate Oakley, Jerry Edwards, Nick Anderson, Kyle Blum, and Jaden Clayton for the Indians.
And Oakley did not play the entire 3rd quarter, and I would believe it looks like he's going to match up against Cooper Jones. So,
yeah, Cooper Jones, the supervillain of the 3rd quarter, I guess you could say.
Yeah, and I think that's a good matchup right there. You know, Oakley's someone who prides himself in defense, and
Oakley plays with a physicality, and they call a charge there on Oakley. But right there, you see that physicality.
You see, he has no fear.
That's kind of a call that could go either way, and Jack Mahoney getting ready to check in now.
Yeah, Jack Mahoney stands.
And he's coming in for Nate Oakley.
Yeah, Jack Mahoney stands at 6'8".
And Nate Oakley will head to the bench once again. Got to wonder if maybe there's something going on that we don't know about, maybe an injury or something. Cooper Jones unable to get that.
And there's number 23, C.J. Opperman.
I want to see Oakley back in this game. I feel like he's going to be the best big man for LC to put up a fight against these bigs on Valpo. But
Valpo now with the chance to take a 9-point lead.
And LC's fan section got to get loud here, and they will. That one's off the mark. Rebounded by Cooper Jones, who lost it. And a travel is called.
And now a chance for Lake Central to maybe get some momentum back on their side here with 7:28 to go here in the fourth. Here we go, Anderson. Blum finds Anderson. Anderson dishes it to Jerry Edwards. Mahoney finds Blum. Blum 4-3. That is good.
Good.
Kyle Blum trying to get Lake Central back into this one. Well,
Kyle Blum putting the team on his back tonight, Giovanni. And there's the iconic "Let's Go LC" chant. Shot is waved off. And Cooper Jones will head to the line now.
A 1-1.
Ami Katra and Mark Malustik getting ready to check in.
And Malustik and Katra will check in for Mahoney and Jerry Edwards.
Is good.
Seven-point game now. Clayton inside. That is good. 6:45 to go. Valpo 37, Lake Central 32. Here we go. It's Brees Walls. Walls going inside on Malusnik, and they find Cooper Jones. And he has to dish it out. Timeout called by Valpo. That's their first of the night.
Valpo in the bonus here. 5-point game.
That's going to be Katra guarding Cooper Jones. Here comes the inbound. They get it to Opperman. It's Jones. Screen set right there by Jones. And he goes inside, and there's Colton Jones with the finish. Here we go. Malusnik finds Anderson. It's Blum now. Lake Central down by 7. Still time left in this one. There we go, Anderson. Try to go inside. Finds Katra. Mid-range jumper, that's short.
And Blum fighting for it down there. Jump ball. And that one's going to go to Valpo.
Here we go, Walls, excuse me. Cooper Jones.
Cooper Jones air balls there.
That one way over the rim. Here we go, Malusnik. And a foul called on Mark Malusnik. And Nate Oakley is going to check in for Ami Katra.
Yeah, let's see how long Oakley stays in here.
Yeah, very interesting. He started the game, and we haven't seen much from him. He started the first, not even 15 seconds of the fourth, and then Malosnik took him out. Again, not sure what exactly that's about.
Could be maybe an injury. Maybe, who knows? You know, they always say never assume because,
yeah, we're not here to speculate either.
They always say never assume because, I mean, you know how the saying goes, Giovanni.
5:31 to go. Lake Central now down by 9. And once again, second game of the doubleheader. The girls got the win earlier against Valpo. See if Lake Central could mount a bit of a comeback here and pull this one off. It's going to take a lot, though.
Yeah,
especially because points are not easy to come by in this game.
It's been a defensive slugfest, we'll call it. Both teams exchanging blows and D'ing up.
And if you want to go back and watch that game, you can right here on our YouTube channel. We do every single boys and girls basketball varsity home game. And if you want to watch the pep rally from earlier today, hosted by football player junior Sam Long, that's right here on our YouTube channel. Just a warning, I would not wear headphones if you're going to watch that.
Yeah, once again, happy formal weekend to everyone who plans on going. If you're going to go, drive safe. I know the weather's supposed to be bad, you know, especially, you know, don't drive under the influence if, you know. But just everyone, you know, stay safe this weekend.
It's only $12 for a noob. Coming out of this timeout, Lake Central down 9. Guy gets something going here. It's Malusnik, guarded by Brees Walls. Finds Clayton. Oakley now. He's got a tough matchup with Jones. Anderson, corner three. That's no good.
And fighting for it down there is Blum and Clayton.
Here we go, Mason Jones. It's the first one.
And interesting matchup to watch is Oakley and Cooper Jones down there. And air ball on the free throw.
Wow.
Don't see that too often.
Here we go, Malusnik. Drives inside, finds Blum. Clayton going inside. And no good on that one. Oakley able to snag that one. It's Anderson. And if Lake Central's going to get something going, it's got to start right now. Down 10, Anderson goes inside. That one's good. Nick Anderson makes it an 8-point game.
Maybe that could be the spark this team needs, Giovanni. Let's see if Valpo can answer.
And Anderson guarding Colton Jones. Here. Drives inside on Clayton, and that is good. Mason Jones, the 6'7" freshman. Wow. And Valpo slowly just sucking the life and energy out of this place.
And the so-called leprechaun that I pointed out last game is Valparaiso head coach Barack Coolman. I got to tell you, man, that's a pretty cool name.
Here we go, Blum. Mid-range 2, that is no good. Oakley trying to get the board, and it's going to stay with Lake Central. 4:04 to go. So we're halfway through the fourth quarter now. Here we go, Oakley, Malusnik, Blum, Anderson trying to drive inside. Mid-range 2, that's good. Nick Anderson. Kicks it out. Tries to drive inside, and he finds Colton Jones. And Valpo not taking their foot off the gas here. And it bounces into the hands of Nate Oakley. Looked like it might have bounced off a Valpo player's leg, but nonetheless, it goes back to Lake Central. Both teams in the bonus here. Anderson nearly loses it, but Blum gets it. Here we go, Clayton to Oakley. Malusnik finds Clayton. Clayton trying to drive inside, and
fouled on the way up. He's going to head to the line for 2 now. LC slowly trying to pull it closer.
I have to say on that one, looked like he got the ball. I'm not complaining, but here we go, Jaden Clayton. First one is up and it is good. Kyle Nichols will check in now for Kyle Blum, I believe. Big free throw here. It's up and it's off the rim, and Nichols going for that one.
Nichols, he's a great perimeter defender, and you got to expect that's why he's out there. Anderson and Colton Jones matched up now. And Walls and Nichols. Walls just trying to buy some time here.
And maybe Valpo trying to take some time off the clock here.
Yeah, definitely seems like they're playing a little game of keep away right now.
And they take a timeout. 2:33 to go in this one. Lake Central down by 7.
I'll tell you what, Giovanni, no matter what, I don't think anyone's going to be leaving this game too early as the Indians keep bringing us back in.
Yes, and during this timeout, Josh, we've had a very, very busy day here.
We have.
We did the pep rally this morning, and we did the girls basketball game right before this. And obviously tonight was a doubleheader with the boys. There's a lot of people to thank.
I mean, look on the bright side, Giovanni. Number one, we don't have to be here tomorrow morning. And number two, we have the great staff behind us. We've got Mateo Sedano on camera right now, Kennedy Carnegie, Brenna Thompson, Jake Malotestanic, Katie O'Dobernack, and of course our game before this too, we had Simon Culp, Victor McCooley, we had Casey Lane as well, all helping out behind the scenes, Logan Hugo.
And then, Alex Yates helped out with the pep rally earlier today. I mean, just a great group of guys and girls that we get to work with every day. And today was a very hectic day, but
got it done. That's what matters.
And Valpo gets that one. And the Lake Central fans getting quieter and quieter.
And Kyle Blum getting ready to check in for Kyle Nichols.
And
Graham Weber checking in now for Mark Maluznik.
And a miss. Lake Central's got to get the board.
Cooper Jones came up with it and gets it. And I think that might be the dagger, Giovanni. I know it's early, but you feel like that just sucked the life out of this place right now.
Cooper Jones is just having his way with this Lake Central team. It's Graham Weber now, less than 2 minutes here. Lake Central gonna need a lot to go their way here. Anderson is fouled.
And that's the last person you want to foul.
Yeah, even up by 11, I don't think you want Anderson coming to the free throw line.
And Kyle Nichols checks in now, as well as Nate Oakley still out there, trying to out-muscle Cooper Jones. And watch Oakley here.
I would almost have preferred if he missed that one. I think Oakley would have had a shot getting the board there.
Yeah, Oakley just twitching around Cooper Jones. It's quite a shame that we didn't see more of him
And
tonight.
Valpo turns it over.
Wow.
9-point game here.
Maybe, just maybe, LC might have it in him.
Lake Central still has life. 1:42 left.
Nicky Ye bringing it up.
It's Anderson. Step
Makes
back.
Jones miss. In and out. But a foul is called. And Nate Oakley's gonna head. Foul involved Nate Oakley. And I know it wasn't against him. It was against Cooper Jones, his fourth. And Cooper Jones giving an earful to the ref. Getting red as usual. And Nate Oakley's going to head to the line.
You know, first, obviously we want to see Lake Central win, but you got to give Cooper Jones a lot of credit.
Yeah, Cooper Jones and Colton Jones. Seems to be a theme on this team with Joneses. And Oakley's first shot. No good. It was short.
Wow. And right there.
Airballed, and Cooper Jones and Nate Oakley chatting it up, walking down the court.
Yeah, and right there, I think Oakley let the nerves get the best of him right there.
Yeah. And him and Jones were chipping shoulders the entire way down.
And tonight, it seems like Lake Central, we've been waiting for that big run, and, we saw it in the first quarter, but other than that, Lake Central went down in this third quarter and never really found their way back. And I think that's a lot of credit to Colton Jones frustrating Nick Anderson, not letting him have his way. And, Nick Anderson is someone coaches think very highly of around the region. The LaPorte coach after the LaPorte game, after they won, said that he doesn't understand how Nick Anderson isn't being recruited by Division I schools.
Yeah, that speaks a lot of volume.
Yeah, and in that game, I believe the coach said Anderson basically only played 2 quarters because he was in foul trouble, but put up over 30 points. So, and tonight it just wasn't Lake Central's night. And obviously, we still got 1:34 to go, but it doesn't really look like LC's going to pull this one out. But here we go. And we've seen tonight the Lake Central forced a 5-second. They couldn't do that there. And maybe they can force an 8-second. Or
never mind.
Not sure. Forgot if it was 8. And Nichols almost gets to that one. Opperman and Edwards fouls him.
And Valpo wanted Edwards teed up there. Not sure what
I
was.
think it's a clear path foul. because it looked like Opperman was going to have a clear path to the basket right there.
Wow. I know I saw a couple tees go up from the Valpo fan section, and this game feels pretty much over as, you know, the LC fan section is going quiet. Hard-fought battle, but it seems like Valpo's going to come out on top thanks to a tremendous, and I don't think we can stress this enough, Giovanni, this might have been one of the best defensive performances I've seen all year by a team.
Yeah, Colton Jones, Cooper Jones, Mason Jones, the freshman, even had some plays. I know a lot of Joneses, but you got to give credit where credit is due. Valpo came in tonight and just, for a lot of parts of this game, dominated Lake Central, even though the scoreboard might not really show it. Lake Central, just got to admit, they were outplayed tonight. And this is a good team.
Yeah, this is a team that, you know, for Lake Central, nobody's really quite too sure what the future's going to hold when Hunter's coming back. You know, obviously there's a big name in the waiting that really nobody knows about yet.
Yeah, I mean, and I think if you talk to anyone on this team, you know, they're concerned about what they have right now in front of them. You know, and, you know, someone I spoke highly about is Anderson. You know, I've talked to him before. I was like, hey, you put up 30 against LaPorte, and, you know, it really tells me, you know, what kind of player he is. He's like, it wasn't enough for the win, and that really speaks volumes to his character.
Yeah, I mean, this team, they want to win by any means necessary.
Anderson mid-range, no good. Cooper Jones once again. And that should seal the deal for the Valparaiso Vikings coming in here to Lake Central. A tough atmosphere to play in, but they're going to get the W, and Lake Central's going to fall to 1-2 in the conference. Valpo will move to 2-1 now. And be sure to tune in next Wednesday. Girls basketball team will have their senior night, their final regular season home game. And then next Friday, Lake Central's got a very tough matchup. I think most people would agree the best team in the region, Chesterton, comes here to Lake Central next Friday night. That should be a good one, and wow, I gotta say, Valpo.
Valpo's student section, definitely small but mighty.
And this is gonna be a tough one to swallow for Lake Central, but final score here from Lake Central High School, Valpo 52, Lake Central 39. It was a busy day for us here. If you want to go back and watch any of our live streams from today, the pep rally, the girls basketball game from before, or you can go back and watch this one in a few minutes, feel free to. And that's going to be it for the night. If you're going to Foreman tomorrow, once again, be safe. That's going to do it for tonight. Final score, Lake Central 39, Valpo 52. Have a great night, ladies and gentlemen.